gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Howdy, faggots. Alkay Hall here, responding to his devastating Week 2 loss at the hands of Mr. Brownstone. Somehow, Mr. Brownstone was able to beat my beloved Deeks by putting up more points than Chinese democracy sold in albums. Because of this ridiculous setback, the Deeks will be starting off 0-2, which, probably for any other team in League Brutal, would find this deficit insurmountable. But these are the Drippy Deeks, and let me remind you, in the 2008 season, they started off 0-3, only to come back and dominate League Brutal and make it to the playoffs. This week, we take on a very familiar foe, the Baby Gorillas, with Coach Kevin Dolan, who the Deeks have had no problem dominating over the years and hold a winning record over the Gorillas. The Gorillas come into this game with a record of 2-0 after feasting on perennial bottom feeder Brian Dolan last week and had a Week 1 victory against Mr. Brownstone, who, as we all know, as the year goes on, will be right at the bottom with B. Dolan. After the Deeks take it to the Gorillas this weekend and get their first win of the season, next week the Deeks take on Team Brutal, and I know Commissioner Estino has that marked on his calendar as a definite defeat for his team. The domination begins this week when we leave Coach Dolan with a horrific bleeding prolapse. Which reminds me, I want to give a special shout out to Coach Brown's other fantasy football team, which he has left me in charge of, Maximus Prolapsicus, who is also facing an 0-2 deficit going into this weekend, and I'm going to retreat to my lair and start working on my X's and O's to get that ship straightened out as well, and we're going to take over the fantasy football world.
D